Hello. So up until this point, we've looked at a global map, and I provided you the SVG. But for this one, I want to look at how do we set up non-global equirectilinear projections and data maps using cavalry. So the first thing we need is some geometry. So for this one, I'm going to do an equirectilinear. I'm going to copy that there. USA map. And the first one that comes up is the one that we're going to use. Okay, and so the whole trick here is this image represents a range of latitude and longitude, and it also has a width and height. And what we're doing, the whole idea here, is remapping the range of latitude and longitude you see in the image to pixel space. So to do that, we're going to grab this image, but we also need these numbers. These are really important. So I'm going to take a little screenshot of this, because these are the bounds that this map is showing us. When we're looking at the whole world, the bounds are this, right? Negative 180 to 180, 90 to 90. But when we do smaller subsections, we need to record what the bounds represent. All right. So let's if I had this one open already, if I click on this, I'm going to say original file, save as. I already saved it, USA map. Cool. Then we're going to go over to Cavalry. We'll make a new scene. I'm going to bring in my map. Alright, so here's my file. If I drag it into the timeline, I'm going to set it to asset layer for now. Nothing comes up. So when this happens, sometimes we need to re-export our SVG or clean it up. In this case, I'm going to open it with Illustrator. And then I'm going to export as an SVG. Call this V2. Back to Cavalry. Grab my new one. Drag it in there. And it's happy. Okay, all right, so the next thing we need is, let's see, I'm going to look at my artboard here. How big is this thing? It is 1858 by 968. So let's just make this a little nicer. 1858 by 968. 05. Okay. And I'm going to export this again. Overwrite that one. Delete that. Bring it in again. All right, and now I'm going to set this to whatever this was. I already forgot. Artboard 1858 to 968. 1858 to 968. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is some data, and I'm going to have a single position, and we're looking for Maine College Art. I'm going to do latitude, longitude. All right, and then I'm going to make my own spreadsheet. Demo. Paste it in there. This we'll call label. This we'll call lat. Long. Okay, so north is positive. This west is negative. So west is negative, east is positive, south is negative, north is positive. And then I'm just going to grab all this, clear formatting. Of art and design. All right. Okay, so then I'm going to export this as a CSV. Move this over to my wherever I'm working. So for this one, let's put it over here, I guess. Then I'm going to bring in my demo data. Okay. So we need latitude. Set that to latitude. Then we need another one. That's longitude. Set that to longitude. And we can do the remapping in here, but I've found I've had more luck if I split it out into a separate step. So I'm going to do remap number range. And then this one is going to be lat. And we're going to take the output of this, plug it into the value. Okay, so the minimum and the maximum. This is the pixel space, right? So what this is going to be is 968 divided by 2. So that's the easy one. 968 divided by 2, 484. So negative 484 and positive 484. All right, and then this is where we need our numbers. So if you remember, I took a little screenshot of this so I wouldn't forget them. And we are looking for 48.9 and 24.2. So 48.9 and 24.2. Okay, so that is the latitude and longitude we see, and then this is doing it in pixel space. Let's do the same thing for the longitude. So we're looking for remap number range. Name it. Same thing, I'm going to drag this into the value. Okay, and so minimum for this is going to be 1858 divided by 2. 929. Negative 929. Positive 929. Okay, and then for the west is 125.5 degrees west. That's a negative number. Then the east is 66.5 degrees west. That's also a negative number. Okay, then we need something to plug this into. We only have one data point, so I'm going to use a star. I'm going to alt click. Make it something easy to see. We'll make it a little smaller. And then I'm going to take the latitude, plug it into the position Y, and the longitude, and plug it into the position X. And it's close, but it's not quite right. So let's see. Let me just double check all my numbers here. And I'm looking at this, and I screwed this up. 49.8. Great. That looks right on the money.